All right, guys, how's it going? Let's go, Giants. Congratulations to Dave Gettleman, to Joe Judge and staff on what was really an awesome night for the New York Giants. A big-time tackle, Andrew Thomas from Georgia. And I liked the pick. If you caught the reaction tonight, I liked it initially. I didn't want it to be Isaiah Simmons. I wanted it to be a guy to protect Daniel Jones. And the thing is about Isaiah Simmons is he compared himself to Sean Taylor. He said the remarks like, when you have me on the field, it's like there's 56 guys on a field. And maybe he'll go to Arizona and be, sensational. But I look at Andrew Thomas and admittedly, I like Tristan Wirfs and Jedrick Wills better. I was expecting Tristan Wirfs from Iowa. That's what the reports were saying. Andrew Thomas, though, I trust I trust his judgment. The thing is that the Giants linebackers coach, Kevin something, I don't remember his last name, he was a guy that coached against Andrew Thomas from the linebacker position at Tennessee. So he went up against Andrew Thomas for years. The Alabama running backs coach is a guy by the name of Burns, Brenton Burns. And the thing is that if Jedrick Wills was the guy, Brenton Burns would have told the Giants that this guy was a can't-miss guy. But the Giants revealed all the tape. Dave Gettleman, Joe Judge, and the entire staff kept this thing completely under wraps. Nobody was hearing Thomas or Becton. It was Wills for a while, and this week it really heated up with Tristan Wirfs. So the Giants did a spectacular job. Nobody knew where they were coming from. And here's the reality of it. Yes, the Giants, I would have liked to see them trade back from number 4. No doubt about it. I was saying it in the moment that I wanted them to trade back. The reality is that you don't think the Lions, who wanted a cornerback, were trying to trade back from number 3? They weren't getting any bites either. So the Dolphins played it perfectly, and the Chargers. They weren't biting on anything. They were staying pat and willing to take their quarterbacks. In this coronavirus-filled draft, there was no communication. It was all chalk throughout the night. And there were barely any trades up until when teams got comfortable, up until the last parts of the draft, up until the final 10 picks. There was barely any movement inside of the top 20 in terms of the NFL. And some teams, Vic Fangio's internet went out today. Things were absolutely crazy with the draft, and teams just didn't want to move. And I'm sure Gettleman and the Giants did their due diligence. I really like the pick. Again, we couldn't have traded back later. We were in our spot, and we got Andrew Thomas. This guy's a mauler in the run game. He's the most consistent and safe tackle in the draft. And no fan should really have problems with Andrew Thomas. He is going to be able to play on the right side or the left side of the offensive line, and he is really going to thoroughly help this organization. He's going to help Daniel Jones. Now you have Thomas. You have Will Hernandez, Kevin Zeitler, and Nate Solder combined with Kevin Gates. That's a pretty good start. Then you look at later in the draft, maybe in the late third, the Giants can get a Lloyd Cushenberry or that kid from Arizona or that kid from Wisconsin, that Ben Breaditz kid. Looking at the second round, I think it's time now to attack the defense. The great news is that Minnesota did not take Zach Bond. AJ Epinesa, not picked at all. I think Epinesa has big-time pass moves. I view Bond number 1. Curtis Weaver is a guy that the Giants can even try to maybe trade back and then in the second round get Weaver. I think Weaver's a big-time talent, has really good pass rushing moves out of Boise State. And then you got safeties. My favorite safety is Antoine Winfield. So I would be comfortable with Winfield. I am a big Minnesota Gopher fan. I love PJ Fleck and the row the boat mantra. And Winfield has NFL pedigree, really, really sharp kid, and he covers ground. He's a ball hawk at the safety position. He makes plays. So Winfield would be phenomenal, but I honestly would want Zach Bond. Kid played quarterback in high school, similar to Joe Judge. Wisconsin, born and raised, small town Wisconsin. This kid is tough. This kid knows pass rushing moves. He's a great and dependable defender. I think that he'll add some pop off the edge. I'm hoping the Giants can get him. If not, Epinesa has a big ceiling, big upside. Love him in the second round. I don't want the Penn State guy all that much. He's too much of an interior pass rusher. And then Winfield is who I would want in the second round. Those are guys to start. Then you look at trading back. Denzel Mims is a possibility. Grant Delpit, always a possibility. McKinley, always a possibility. So there are plenty of guys that are still available on this board that the Giants could seek out. If they even want to go with another left tackle, they could go with the kid out of Houston. They could go with Josh Jones. So they always could do that. So overall, a really good night, really good pick. Nailed the pick. Proud of Dave Gettleman. And this was a big-time day for the New York Football Giants. And tomorrow at 36 can even be sweeter. You pair this with a Zach Bond. Holy heck, that would be just absolutely euphoria. It's going to be fun tomorrow. Good start tonight. You bypass Simmons. You get Andrew Thomas. The right selection. He is safe, and he will help the Giants. And I approve the pick, and I love it. Good job, Gettleman, and good job, Giants.